Hello student, today we are starting with our demonstration class, that is the testes. Okay, so first go through the male external genital organ lecture of mine, then you just go through this demonstration class of the testes. Okay, again this is the what is a testis? So testis is the male genital organ, okay, which is lies inside the scrotum. So there is a two testes, right testes, left testes. It is a paired organ. Left testes, which is lies slightly lower than the right testes. Okay, within the scrotum. And where this development of the testes that you will learn in the embryological lecture, but for your kind information, I'll just tell you something about the development. So the development of the testes that is occurs in the abdomen. Then gradually it is comes downwards within the scrotum through the inguinal canal, and just before the bone this testes which is lies within the scrotum. So in some children after born there is a problem. The testis is not descend up to the bottom of the scrotum. So that is again surgically corrected. It means then why the testes is lies outside the abdominal cavity, and the female the uterus is lies within the abdominal cavity, but the testes is lies outside the abdominal cavity. Why? Because for the spermatogenesis, for the production of the sperm, the cooler temperature is required. So the temperature in the scrotum is 4 degree less than the abdominal temperature. If imagine our abdominal temperature is 38 degree, then the testes in the scrotum, the testes temperature is 34 degree. So it means for the spermatogenesis, for the production of the sperm, the testes which is lies within the scrotum, which is lies outside the abdominal cavity. Okay, then all of you know the function of the testes, that the production of the sperm. Then the another and this homologous with the ovary in the female. In the ovary the ovum production is occur. This both are required for the reproduction. Okay, now I will show you the specimen of the testes, how it is look like. Then again I told you first go through the lecture, then you see this demonstration class. Okay, we have a various specimen of the testes. First I will show you the specimen is this one. This is the testes specimen. Okay, then you just see what is this structure. This structure is the spermatic cord. After completing the inguinal canal lecture, you know about the spermatic cord. What is the spermatic cord? And this is the specimen of the testes, which is all the side it is covered by tunica vaginalis. What is a tunica vaginalis? It is a remnant through which the testes from abdomen it is comes to the scrotum. Okay, so this is a whole testes which is covered all the side by the tunica vaginalis. Now what we are doing, we are cutting this tunica vaginalis. After cutting this tunica vaginalis, we see this type of specimen. Okay, this type of specimen. So after cutting the tunica vaginalis, we see that this type of specimen. In this specimen, what you visible? This structure is the spermatic cord. This hole is the spermatic cord. Hope you remember the content of the spermatic cord. It contains the vas deferens, testicular artery, pumpiniform plexus of the vein, genital branch of the genitofemoral nerve. Then it has a various covering that external spermatic fascia, cremasteric fascia, internal spermatic fascia. This all is the content of the spermatic cord. Then then this structure, this whole structure, oval structure, this whole structure is the testes. Okay, and this structure is called epididymis, and this structure is called testes. What do you see in the testes? Then what is the anatomical? First, all the bone, we see the anatomical position. For this we also see the anatomical position of the testes. For what is the anatomical position of the testes? So how we can hold? First of all, we hold like this. Then what is the right side and left side that I just show you? First of all, you have to know about it is a two pole, upper pole and lower pole. So this structure is the upper pole. This is the upper pole and this is the lower pole of the testis. And the vertical diameter of the testis is 3.75 centimeter. Its transverse diameter is 2.5 centimeter. Its thickness is 1.8 centimeter. Again and again I told you, It is a upper pole, it is a upper pole, it is a lower pole, it is a convex, then it is an anterior border and posterior border. They are not very well defined, but it is a convex, and posterior border, that is a straight. So posteriorly it is the straight, posteriorly it is the straight, and anteriorly it is the convex. Okay, then it is a medial side and the lateral side. How you identify this is the medial side and the lateral side? So medial side is again a convex, lateral side is again a convex. Then see in this specimen, this structure is called epididymis. This structure is called epididymis. Then it is a medial wall and the lateral wall. How you identify this is a medial wall and this is a lateral wall? Then it's a lateral surface. So this fossa is called sinus of epididymis. It means there is a space at this side. This structure is called as a sinus of the epididymis. Okay, so which is always lies posterolaterally. It means this structure is lies posterolaterally like this. So this is the testes of right side. Okay, whenever the structure, this sinus of epididymis which is lies on the left side, so it is called left side testis, and it is lies on the right side, so this posterolateral circus, it is a sinus. The sinus is not present on this side. See, the sinus is present only on the lateral surface, only on this side. So this is the most striking feature or the identified features, that it always lies posterolaterally. So the sinus of epididymis which is lies posterolaterally. Then this is a lateral view. You can see this structure. This structure is called epididymis. It is a head, it is a body, and this is the tail. Then the tail is continuous with the spermatic cord. Okay. Now see, again we revise. It has an upper pole, it has a lower pole, anterior surface is convex, posterior surface is straight, then it is a medial surface, then the lateral surface, again they are the convex, then the lateral surface is a one sinus, that is called sinus of epididymis. Sinus of epididymis. Okay, so that's identify it is a which side of testis. So this is the testis that is lies posterolaterally. So this is about the anatomical or the gross anatomy of the testis. Now the cut section of the testis. Again there is a two remnant, one remnant which is present in this specimen. Again this is another specimen of the testis. This whole is the spermatic cord here, the tunica vaginalis is cut. This structure is called epididymis, and the small white remnant is visible in the upper pole of the testis. This one is called appendix of the testis. This appendix of the testis, which is the remnant of the paramesonephric duct. Why it is present? Both the duct are present at the time of the birth, then the sex is decided at the end of 2 months in the baby. If it is the body of the male in which the female organ is not present, so the paramesonephric duct is remain as this remnant. Usko bolte hai appendix of testis. It is called as appendix of testis. Now we see the cut section of the testis. What is visible? Cut section, again it is a detail described in the lecture. So this is a detail. This is a detailed cut section of the testis. Okay. So within it there is a seminiferous tubules is lies. Within it there is a seminiferous tubules is lies. Then the retest testis is then it is open with the straight testes into the retest testis. This retest testis which is open as a efferent ductils in the epididymis. Then from the epididymis the sperm travels through the vas deferens or ductus deferens to the urethra. Okay, so this is all about. So transosection you can visible like this. No seminiferous tubules is visible, but that septa is visible. So testis is divided into the various septa. It is visible here, and this portion is called retest testis. Then from it through the efferent ductils. Through the efferent ductils, it is open into the epididymis, and then from the epididymis, the sperm travels to the head, then body, then tails, then whole it is travels through this vas deferens. Like in the female body, fallopian tube is lies for the transportation of the ovum. Here in the male body, the vas deferens is lies for the transportation. Okay, so this is all about the testes specimen. Okay. Then again, it is a four covering, three covering of the testes: tunica vaginalis, tunica albuginea, and vasculosa. Okay. So the covering which is visible, that is the one and only covering you can visible. This is the tunica vaginalis here. Then after cutting it, we can see this type of specimen. Okay, so this is the whole testes with a spermatic cord. Hope this is the informative. Thank you for watching.